So today we are going to be reviewing Doctor Who Season 10, Episode 1, The Pilot. So hey, where we last saw the Doctor, he was dealing with superheroes. Now he is a lecturer at a university, and he's got some sort of weird experiment happening in this weird cellar thing, and he's taken on a new companion in the form of Bill Potts. The story, as it goes, is really about Bill Potts and her kind of, not mundane, but kind of difficult life, and this searching for love and adventure and not really finding it and always kind of being held back. And when she meets the Doctor, she's kind of exposed to this quite fantastic world, and it's something that she just finds immersive and doesn't want to leave it. It is absolutely a very companion heavy story. Bill takes kind of center stage most of the time. I find that frustrating only because the Doctor has taken backseat ever since Peter Capaldi took over the role. That being said, Bill as a new companion, I'm a little indifferent to her at the moment. I think she comes across a little bit like Clara. Stephen Moffat has this habit of having these sharp, witty characters who just kind of chirp on really quickly, and I get that that's very much his writing style, and when you look at other shows that he's done, a lot of his characters do very similar things. I think that is fine, but it needs to be reined in a little bit. I kind of don't want another jibber-jabbery companion who, is always, spouting things off while the Doctor's trying to get stuff done. If we can have a companion that is as different to, Clara as Amy and Rory were to Clara, that would be really good. But at this stage, I'm not sure we're going to get that. In terms of a Doctor Who episode with monsters and scariness, it didn't really do very well. The monster was, if you want to call it a monster, was very reminiscent of The Waters of Mars, which I found kind of boring and a bit massively rehashy, which is something that has happened a lot in recent years. I think there really was a sense of adventure that was missing. I would have liked a lot more excitement and a lot more drama. My worry at the moment is that Doctor Who is going to rely too much on nostalgia. Not only were we, reintroduced to the Daleks, which for some reason Bill didn't know about, but, if we're looking at continuity of the show, season 4, the finale, blatantly everyone on Earth should bloody know about the Daleks, but for some reason she doesn't, which is odd. Even Matt Smith's Doctor said to Amy, you should know who the Daleks are. So the show showing other classic villains, even at a distance, seeing things like the old Doctor's sonic screwdrivers, pictures of River Song, pictures of his companion Susan. All these things are nice little nods and references. It's kind of like when you write a book and you do a ton of research and you're like, oh my gosh, I've done so much research. But if you put every bit of research into the book, it just becomes annoying, and you're kind of like, okay, yeah, I get it. You understand, Doctor Who. So it's kind of like, I get that Stephen Moffat really understands Doctor Who, but it's also kind of like, well, I don't really care so much about Easter eggs as I do about giving us a really good story. Overall, the pilot is a fairly weak story. I think really when you come in with the first episode of a new season, especially with a brand new companion, you really want something crazy to open up, especially for a new companion. When you look at like Amy's first episode or Donna's first episode, Rose's, there's these big world at danger events that throw them into the Doctor's path. I'm interested to see where they go with Bill. I hope that she, from this point on, begins to diverge away from Clara. And fingers crossed we get a lot more of the Doctor, especially with this being Peter Capaldi's final season. So what did you think? Comment below and let me know. Bye.